Naptown, the city that always sleeps. Most people think nothing happens in this town that is halfway between nothing and nowhere, but they would be wrong. There is plenty that goes on in this town for those willing to look. Having convinced Lucia to switch sides, the crew has figured out the Mueller's plan. They are planning to be the only faction with rifts in the entire city. The crew, armed with this knowledge, are looking to get the police to work with them to stop the Muellers. It is time to fight for the soul of the city that always sleeps. Last time, you guys convinced Lucia to join your team, sort of. She gave you all the information on what and where the Muellers are. You now have a location of their hideout. You guys have made plans to go go to Evangeline to amp up the coin, hopefully, to protect you more. And then you guys want to go today to convince the cops to help you with the raid. To expedite things, we can say Tanner talks to the tree gang and they're going to listen. You don't need to convince them, And the order. The tree gang and the order you've already convinced. They're there to help you, so you just tell them where and when and they will be there. Unless you guys really wanted to have a scene with them, but...
No, that's cool. That's cool.
So you guys head to the casino. It's pretty easy to get onto now since you are known and decently welcome there, since you saved this woman's life, or saved her from imprisonment, at the very least.
Always good.
All good things, all good things. Alright, so you are on the boat. So, hey guys, what can I do for you?
Well, we have a little favor to ask. We're going to be going up against some pretty formidable foes, and they happen to have these, and she pulls out the coin.
Well, that looks familiar.
Doesn't it just? We were hoping you could amp it up a bit. It's doing something a little different now. It's offering a bit of protection from a certain magic user, but we're hoping that bubble of effect can expand a little bit under your power. Is that something you could do for us?
Yeah, let me see it. And for the first time ever, I'm gonna roll in this game.
But
all
Zack,
right.
That's not the rules. You couldn't possibly.
She has a character. I do need to check one thing on her, though. Characters I didn't think I'd ever need their character sheet for again.
You set her up so that we could go to her.
I did do that, yes. That is a thing I did. I just didn't think I'd need her, I didn't think about the whole thing through, We all have our moments, You're not DMing. Don't at me. Alright, so I got a 9. So this is different than what I'm used to, but I think I amped it up some. I don't think it's going to be covering as much area if I had more time, but you guys seem to be in a bit of a hurry.
The clock is ticking, unfortunately.
So what you have is it will give you guys it will protect some people, like it's a bigger radius.
It's more than just your person.
Yeah, it's like a pocket shield, it's like Winston's shield in Overwatch.
Okay.
It protects some people, but it's not everyone.
The funny thing is, I couldn't tell when Evangeline stopped, was talking and Zack was talking. So when I thought that was Evangeline talking and Evangeline just casually throwing in a Winston reference, I was very confused.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is better.
You're fine.
Hello, this is Zack talking.
I mean, it's the City of Mist. There could be a scientist who's a gorilla. We don't know.
All right. So you guys have the coin that you want. It will do a decent, it'll help protect some of your forces. It's not a perfect solution, but
Okay.
Also, if they do get to activate their death ray, so to speak, not everyone will be knocked on their butt.
Okay. It mitigates the losses. It doesn't wipe them out.
Correct. So basically you can protect your forces or you guys could protect yourselves. I didn't know which one you guys were going for. Keeping in mind that this coin does not protect from the touch of death. It protects from the death ray.
Right.
I thought you guys were going to give it to your forces, if I remember correctly.
I thought we were having, one for us.
You get multiple coins, didn't you?
We did, yeah.
We had one for each of us, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
We had taken one for each of us, but we were going to, reduce the amount that we personally had and give the rest to the people outside.
I'll say that you guys have enough to cover 3 of the 4 teams you have.
Okay.
So you can choose. You have you guys, the Order, the Tree Gang, and the Police. You can give a coin to 3 of them.
Okay.
That's assuming we can still convince the police. We may not have
Right,
that.
yeah,
We may
that's
not need
not
to
a problem.
give them that coin. We'll find out.
That's fair, but
Yeah.
that's what
Okay,
a 9 will get
cool.
you. You have to pick the sacrificial lamb.
Okay.
All right.
I think we're flipping over to Day and whoever's
Yeah, I
going
think the
to
next place we want to head is the police department.
Which, is anyone going in with Seamus?
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah, actually, really, definitely no, right? Because Day hates me, and
I impersonated her.
I wanted to say
And
Jyla and Vika, but
I
that's not right.
Nope. Darling broke people out, so...
Yeah, Darling
Yeah.
and Faye
Nope.
caused a hot mess.
Yeah. In her name.
To be fair, she doesn't know it was you, Faye.
Hey, she's a detective.
Hey, you want to roll the dice on that? Go ahead, do it. Do it.
She's been a detective who has 12 hours and for the past 36 has probably gotten 30 minutes of sleep, so I think you could get by. This would not be the hardest thing to do, however.
Yeah, sorry, Seamus.
All right, Seamus. You walk into a busy office that now has no rifts.
I go try to find Day.
Hello, Seamus. Where have you been? It's been
1 week.
almost 24...
Sorry.
I just found a rift outside, someone says, dragging in Faye and throwing her into a cell. Don't worry, we magic-proofed it, and if anyone gets near it, we just shoot the prisoner.
Sorry, I'll shut up.
It's been about 24 hours since I had you try to circle around to help me catch Tanner. So,
Yeah, and I wasn't able to catch up with him, but
you think?
Yeah. But
You think?
I took the initiative to get that evidence we talked about on the Muellers.
I said in your off time, Seamus, not when I was having you tail someone. And by tail, I mean help me catch, who got away and I saw you not at all.
Well, I mean, you may not like the methods, but I have it. I have it here.
Make a convince roll.
Yeah.
And I will say the evidence cancels out any negative effect you would have from her.
I don't really think I have anything to apply to this, tag-wise, unfortunately. So is it just a straight roll, then?
Yeah, what are your crew tags? Do you have anything that applies with that?
Can he use a crew tag if his crew is hiding outside in the car?
You can, because your crew tags are kind of like things you can all invoke because you're a crew.
No, I know, I'm just teasing.
What are our crew tags?
Yeah, we have Mystical Grove, Can Get Anywhere, and Bait and Switch. I don't really see how any of those apply.
You can get anywhere, like into Day's good graces. +1!
Well, good luck. I'm excited for you to fail this.
Right. This has not been a good arc for me rolling.
It makes it interesting.
It's a 4.
Dang it!
Gosh dang it, Vinny.
Back to the dice jail! That's why we got it for you!
I'm gonna run out of D6s.
Vinny, how do you roll so bad
I
so
don't know.
much?
It's like not a skill, you know what I mean? It's like you can't be bad at rolling dice.
You say that, and then you look at Vinny's rolls this, and I'm like,
Well,
cool.
Try
You also-
Google next time.
The problem is, though, the last, this entire arc, I've not rolled anything trivial. It's always been high-stakes stuff,
yeah.
so it's like it just happens to be that I don't get good rolls on those.
Right.
Seamus, the methods do matter. That's why we're the police and not vigilantes. We have a city to clean up. There was a literal jailbreak. And I needed everyone here, and you were gone for 24 hours. Doing God knows what? Maybe it was legal, maybe not? How many people are dead, Seamus? Did you have to kill anyone? How long were you hanging out with Tanner? Probably the whole time, right? Were you just with Tanner the whole time?
Trying to think, how do I answer this?
You lie! Lie! You know the genie thing, like the tell her the truth. Well, like, in your mind you see Tanner doing that, but it's tell her a lie!
No, of course I wasn't with Tanner the whole time.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make a check for that.
It's not technically a lie. I didn't meet up with him until like an hour or so later.
A mission of
23 hours.
a mission of truth is still a lie.
He's pulling an Aes Sedai move.
Yeah, all right. 6.
Are we gonna have to break Seamus out of jail?
Seamus, leave your badge on my desk and leave.
Okay.
You can leave the evidence. I'll look it over when I have time, and I'm not just strictly doing my job.
Well, I'm sorry we couldn't have confronted this together. And he leaves his badge and leaves.
I want your badge and gun on my desk.
But this is my gun. I got a tag for it and everything.
I'm sorry, Vinny. I feel bad.
That's fine.
Well, we have enough coins for everybody now.
There you go.
All right, so you head back out to the car.
How'd that go, Seamus?
Not well. Day was not particularly happy with me since I've been kind of AWOL the last day or so, and I don't think she believed me. I left the evidence with her, but she asked for my badge, so I'm no longer with the police, so I guess that's a thing.
I understand how that could seem like a negative, but look at it this way. Legit, if you were working for the police, that's just working for the Muellers. And as much as I did used to like Day, but I mean, at some point, it's like, she's looking the other way on purpose at this point.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make Day read a piece of paper, so,
yeah, I had hoped that I could work with the police and kind of do the stuff we do more legit, but the bureaucracy and the procedures behind everything, it's too restrictive. It's like, you can't get anything done. So now let's go get stuff done.
I was gonna say, Seamus, I think that's what I said when I quit.
All right. You have reached the final save point. You cannot return from this point. If you restart the game, you will restart from this save point. Are you sure you want to continue? Is there anything y'all would like to do? Final preparations. This is your last chance.
Lucia's just out of town, right?
You have no idea where she is.
Well, she told us she was getting out of town.
Right.
Okay.
I think no. I'm good then.
All right. This is the smoke 'em if you got 'em time. If you want to declare that you're bringing anything with you as well. I mean, I'm not going to be a complete jerk, but you can't be just like, and then I pulled out a grenade.
Oh, it's a thermal detonator.
Oh, sorry.
I want to bring with me a howitzer, I think. Or like a big Civil War era cannon,
Okay, you have that. Nothing else. Your bone axe does not work anymore.
Perfect.
Just a cannon made of bone.
Hey, he's never tried. He could push his limits and try to make something else
That's
out of
true.
bone.
Try to grow other things out of his arm.
Why haven't I ever thought of that before now?
It's a good
Get an arm.
It's a good end game thing.
Grow a bone gun.
What are you, Tyr, god of axes? Okay. What time are you guys doing this assault? Tell me what it looks like. You got the Order and the Tree Gang and yourselves.
I imagine it at nighttime just because...
I was gonna say, definitely at night.
Everything's at night.
And the idea here is this is gonna be pretty synonymous that, as soon as we're captured, right, basically the attack is gonna start. That was the idea? Do we remember that? That's the plan, right? Am I crazy?
I don't remember.
It's what you guys want. Tell me now.
I was gonna bring you guys in.
Yeah, Faye will pretend to be Lucia to bring in the crew, and the Tree Gang will be waiting outside. The Tree Gang, and just the Tree Gang and the Order are going to be waiting outside to raid the place. So basically, as soon as we're brought into the Muellers, it's going to be give them the high sign and we go. So I imagine, it's however long we think it's going to take to get through the foyer and back to the back room with the Muellers.
Right. And did Lucia tell us it's the one Mueller brother? Is there a switch that's being flipped? Is there a machine that he's amping?
How they're doing this?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was some kind of relic he had that was going to allow him to blast his brainwaves further. But I don't think it's
Okay.
like a gun. I think it's like a cerebro-like chair. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he like touches the thing.
I kind of imagine it kind of like a Tesla coil that he touches.
Okay.
Like, not obviously a Tesla coil.
Yeah,
but
okay.
like,
But it's a device.
it's a device, and it's a
Okay.
big device because it's going to cover the entire city, and cities are big.
Right, okay. So what I'm clarifying is there's something physical to destroy.
Yes, but remember, it is magical, so like one shot from an axe is not going to necessarily break it.
Right, yes, but
I'm just prepping
we're looking
you.
for big honkin' machine.
It will be
take out.
obvious.
Yes, yeah, okay. Yeah, so I think we tell them like 90 seconds? Is that too short? 120 seconds? I don't know.
I was gonna say count down the clock from like 5 minutes, just so there's
Okay.
like a guaranteed time.
Yeah, for us to make it somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to say this is going to be narratively appropriate.
Yes.
Basically,
5
the way-
minutes is long enough for us to get into trouble and have to stall
Yeah.
Yeah.
narratively.
So the way I'll rule it is you guys have a tag you can burn, like assault, where like when you want to flip it is when the attack happens. You know,
Yeah.
like
Within
it's like
reason,
it's
yeah.
kind of like we'll play out the scene, and when like you guys when you guys think that like you need that, it can hit, and its effects will be different depending on when you have it hit, but you guys kind of have that in your back pocket, you know, like, because I'm not going to keep track of our conversation for exactly 5 minutes.
Sure, yeah.
All right.
Alrighty.
Does anyone have like handcuffs to make this look convincing?
Tanner, we've already talked about this. I definitely have handcuffs.
Perfect.
Alright, so now I gotta roll to be Lucia.
Yes, you get a +1 because she told you, like, passcodes and stuff.
Cool. That's good.
What else are you rolling with?
Shape shifting. And someone has my back.
No.
Ooh, you know what? That works. Okay, no, check this out. It works because if there's anything like slightly wrong, Seamus would be able to tell her.
I'm going to still say no, but she can use the can get anywhere.
Okay, that's right.
There we
That's
go.
How about the tag that, like, literally is for breaking
Yeah.
and entering?
Alright, that's an 11.
So you didn't even need it. I do love in these Powered by the Apocalypse game where we like nickel and dime to get like an extra +1. It's like, oh, I got very in the middle. All right, so you transform into Lucia and you guys get up to the front door. Hey, boss, how's it going?
Could be worse.
I've
I've got some people who I'm sure our bosses will want to see.
Didn't they say to just kill him on sight?
You think you can kill me? You want to try it? I'll break your legs in half. Tanner starts like struggling against the cuffs.
Just send us back.
You see the guy like casually raise a gun at you.
Yeah, go for it. Take away the pleasure from the Muellers. I'm
so-
sure they'll love it.
I mean, if
You really don't want to...
Tanner just starts like kicking stuff and like making a ruckus.
I was told, bring 'em in. I'm sure they've got something planned for them. Extra special.
if you say so.
I'm enemy number one. There's no way they'd let me come in, just get killed out in the street. They want to do it themselves. Tanner's still flailing and struggling.
If you want, I can just put a bullet in that one if make you feel better.
Faye backhands Tanner.
Tanner spits out a preposterous amount of blood as if he bit his cheek to make this look good.
The guy looks a little worried. Like, what is happening right now? You know what? You're in charge. If you want to take them, it's your funeral. Take them in. So
Thanks.
you lead them in. Lucia gave you enough details that you can find your way easy enough. It's not a labyrinthine thing.
Yeah.
I mean, not to make like a big thing about it, but did you really need to hit me in the face? Like, we're about to go into a fight, you just all off and slap me? I mean, I don't know. I
Shut
guess
up,
it just
Tanner.
felt a little bit excessive. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
Take it up with the Muellers.
It kind of felt like you deserved it at that point.
I was selling it. They gotta believe that I'm the most dangerous person in the world the Muellers just got. Like, I can't be going in all nice and friendly.
I think it also might have been a little cathartic for Faye. I wonder, she might have been wanting to do that for a while.
I don't think I've ever done anything mean to Faye. In fact, I think I've just saved her life twice. I think, Faye, I made fun of your boyfriend that one time.
I'm a lawyer. I can plead the fifth.
I think it was more than one time that you made fun of him.
I've made fun of your boyfriend every time he's been annoying. You can decide, in your head, you can decide then how often I've made fun of your boyfriend.
Brutal.
Yeah, I think I probably try to take my time a little bit since we said 5 minutes, and that part didn't take super long.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, it is like a house that you're in, like a manor.
Okay.
Like, not a mansion, but like a big house.
Okay. Are we, like, going up a stairway or just heading back further in the house?
I didn't think about putting it on the second floor, but that makes it more fun. Yeah, like, it's on the second floor. That just seems more fun.
How many guards are we seeing as we're walking past?
You're not going through the whole place, but you've probably seen, like, 3 or 4, because you're taking a pretty direct route. They're not, like, super in the back.
Gotcha.
But so it's a moderate amount is what I would say. Outside the grounds, you saw more people patrolling, so it is not nothing. But you also don't know if they have anything, like, hidden.
Okay.
Or if there's, like, a guardhouse somewhere. As I said, you guys are going in the front door and not going into the back ear. You're making a straight line to the Mueller's office.
Okay.
All right. So you open the door, and you see 2 men there who are not one tall, skinny guy and one short, fat guy.
I mean, you're really missing an opportunity here, but I'll accept it.
They look like 2 very average-looking people, like nothing special. Like, they're in suits.
Does one of them at least have, like, a scar? A big
No, they
scar?
look very, like you'd be upset that these people were mobsters.
Cool.
Do they look really high society? Like, I should know them?
Not that.
Okay.
They look like they're trying to be high society, but not in the, like, tacky way. In the, like, actually learning way.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do with finding dirt and shrews that are hidden, and probably not with Mobile Slayer's kit, because I don't see how that could possibly apply here, but I wish it did. I want to see if I can find the machine, if it's, like, hidden in this room.
You don't even need to roll. It's, like, sitting there. It's a big thing. It's probably
they just have it there.
Can you
just
describe how big this room is and, like, what's in
So
the
you
room?
enter into what would probably be considered a small ballroom.
Okay.
On the second floor.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a weird
I'm
house.
imagining, like, a dance studio, like a small, like a dance studio.
Or like an
kind of
art
layout.
studio.
Okay.
You know what you'd imagine with one of those. Like, it's like 2 rooms into one.
Okay.
Gotcha.
The machine takes up half a room, and by that I mean there's half a room dedicated to it. Like half the space is dedicated to it. It does not take up that much space. It takes up the space of probably, like, 4 people standing close to each other, like in a hug
Okay.
amount of space.
Okay.
Probably like a 5-foot diameter area, Cody.
No, that's not what I was thinking. I was thinking something else. Go ahead.
It's very Tesla coily and sparking and, like, arcane energy. If you want to know more about it,
can I instead look at that with finding dirt and truths that are hidden, understanding this is a mystic ability for me to discern truth where it is meant to be obscured? I want to know, like, kind of how it works. Like, let's say if I wanted to use it.
Okay. Make a roll. And you can use those tags.
Oh, your boy rolled a 12.
Cool. So looking at this thing, you know that it is not usable in the same way for you. You can use it, but it's more of like an overcharge for your abilities more than like a death ray.
Okay, like, let me ask this. Does this thing emanate like an AoE effect version of an ability? Is that basically what this does? Like, this is like a big radio transmitter, and I could put a different song through it, is what I'm asking, basically. And by the way, what I'm not going to do is, like, body horror, make people start sprouting bones out of their body. That's not the plan.
The answer is...
Why not?
The answer is sort of. Depending on the ability, yes. So the Mueller's ability that they're trying to amplify is a power dampener.
Yes.
That is something that affects that power actively affects other people.
And let's say I wanted to do an effect that actively affects other people.
Then yes.
Awesome.
But the alternative is, if it's something that only is on you, you could amp it up to ridiculous amounts.
Nah, I got a really good idea. I got like a fun thing in my head that I want to do. So no, that's cool.
But, like, for example, if Faye did shapeshift, not everyone would shapeshift in the town. She would be able to have complete control over her form in a way that she never has.
Right. Yeah.
Or she could Cronenberg everything.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, he was a director that made body horror movies.
Oh, okay.
Did he do The Fly?
Yes.
Okay. You could turn into Jeff Goldblum, who's half a fly and half Jeff Goldblum.
All right. So, anything else of note in this room? Any
the Muellers are
cover?
there. There's like a nice fireplace that is currently not lit. Is it? Yeah, it's summer. I don't know what time of year it is anymore. I think it's summer.
How many people besides the Muellers are there?
There were a couple guards outside. There's no one in there other than him or them. There's a couple large desks with stuff on it, but it looks to be, or there's one desk with a lot of stuff on it that looks to be where one of the brothers sits. That is the one that Lucia said is typically, or that is the less powerful rift, who does the dampening.
Okay.
Gotcha.
You do see a reading chair with a lot of books surrounding it, and they seem to be more fiction books for ideas. You would take a guess at?
Ideas for what?
The other brother is the person who makes riffs.
So powers.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So he's a nerd. Got it.
Do we know their first names?
I was straight up about to ask that, because I wouldn't call them Mr. Mueller if I was going to say something sassy to them.
I assume Lucia would have told us.
Yes, there is Frederick and the other one that I forgot to name.
So
Why am I so bad at everything?
So basically, in your campaign, there was only ever one Mueller brother, and the other one was just like
name him George and cut off his ear.
There was only ever one Mueller brother, and the other one was just kind of like, hey, he's there. Doesn't have a name, doesn't have powers.
You're not wrong.
He's the one that Mom didn't like.
Do you want to know what the funny thing is? Is the one that's named is not the one whose powers I came up with. I named one and gave powers to the other. Like, in my head, they were different people.
You know, you really had this opportunity to really odd couple these guys, and you're really, you know.
You know, this is the actual part of the actual play.
I'm like crying.
Just realizing you didn't name your big bad.
You know, for being honest, I didn't think you guys would get this far.
Thanks.
I mean, how many other campaigns have we finished? 0. We have finished 0 campaigns up into this point. So
no, we finished Star Wars and we finished D&D.
We did not finish either of those. We stopped playing those.
I mean, we finished at an arc.
We finished 4 arcs of this, and God knows how many arcs of Outlaws. I lost track because they just go on and on and on.
No regrets.
What is his name?
Bob.
Why did I...
Or Joe.
Why did I name... Joseph sounds great. Frederick and Joseph sound like a lovely pair.
Well, Freddy, you finally done it. You captured the most dangerous other bootleggers / kind of used to be in the order person you could have ever wanted to capture. Darling. And I'm also here. We all know Darling was the mastermind of the bootlegging. I was just the hired muscle.
Make me a roll.
I'm not trying to do anything yet.
Make me a sneak around roll. You're trying to distract, like you're trying to stall.
Oh, not exactly. I assume they want to talk to me.
They very well might just try to kill you now.
Okay, let me maybe say it this way, and I'll make a roll maybe. I just am actually not trying to stall them. I assumed they were going to be like seated in monologue for a minute. If that's not the case, Tanner's fine with that. I don't care if they rush me.
Okay.
I know what I'm doing next.
Okay, if you don't want them to rush you, or not their equivalent of rush you, they're not planning on monologuing. So if you want to have them more monologue and learn more and like get them evil cackling, you can make a roll for that. If you don't care if they just try to shoot you,
or are they legitimately just gonna just start shooting right now?
Well, do you want them not to is the question.
I would like to hear an evil villain monologue.
Right, we got this far.
We earned it, dang it.
Okay.
Did you, or did you stumble backwards into it?
I mean, I feel like I earned it with the 12, but, I'll roll
You give us the monologue you think we've earned.
Did Seamus earn anything this arc?
He's worked
No.
really hard.
Not at all. He worked really hard and accomplished nothing.
However, Vinny, you've done an excellent job.
I'm gonna use Calm Authority then,
Okay.
and got a 7.
Okay. Oh, great. So we finally get to meet the elusive, darling, and former detective Tanner. I'm so happy that you finally made it here. And why, pray tell, did you bring them here, Lucia?
I
said
told your mind had changed, sir.
You need to make a convince roll, because you are lying to someone. And you are the second in command.
I sure am. I'm gonna use my tag Men of Power.
Yes, definitely applies.
And make people turn on each other.
Okay.
Ooh, we can make the Muellers disagree.
8.
Okay.
So I am working my magic to sow doubt, and
The way I'm going to rule this is it works, but they are suspicious of you now. So
okay.
you now have a penalty of -1 whenever you try to lie to them
Okay.
or act as Lucia.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know why you're acting like we didn't want an audience with you anyway. I mean, you're kind of trying to take away our business.
Yeah, I figured you would want an opportunity to surrender.
1, we're not trying, and 2, that is the oldest trick in the book, Detective Tanner. You're not going to have me riled up by saying, I want to surrender.
No, I'm legitimately okay. So look, I understand. There's a time for bravado, you know, but I'm trying to turn over a new leaf and be a better Tanner. So, look, I'm in a really good relationship right now. I'm not a detective anymore. I'm just a Tanner.
Why don't you go see if there's some animals you can tan or something if you want to be a better tanner, and leave me alone.
I realized, that my name probably came from a familial job way back when, but doesn't matter. My point is that I actually want to give you the opportunity to not, get killed in a conflict with us, because that feels nice,
Well, I appreciate that, but I'm not worried about being the one who's going to die. If you don't mind, I'll be coming over to take away your powers and shooting you.
So, as soon as he says that, Tanner's just gonna, pop the cuff that was holding his one arm free, I guess, and just sprint over to the machine and grab it.
Alright, make me a... Does it go toe-to-toe? Is that the avoid damage one?
No, but okay, so let's set up this room as I would understand it. We walked into the main part of the room. Tanner started talking to them, let's say standing in the middle. They're over at their desks, correct?
Yes.
Which would put Tanner between them and the machine, right?
The way I imagined it is the machine's on the far side of the room and the door is in front of their desks.
Okay, so we're kind of parallel to it, and
Yeah, you're both parallel, you're both a similar distance.
And they're
not...
geriatric, right? They're like a bajillion years old?
No, they're younger than you, Tanner.
Dang it. Well, okay, I just lost my thing. Anyways, so then I would say either we can do an avoid damage or we can try to compete to see who gets there first. But
they're trying to shoot you, not trying to beat you there.
Oh,
so,
okay. Well, cool. Then they can't take away my powers anyways. So then I'll just do
with you moving, they're just trying to kill you.
That's cool. Then I'll just do the Giant's Hide and I'll just do Giant's Hide.
All right, roll it up.
When he moves, can I assist him by casting Rosebush to try to shield?
Yes.
That will make it... Well, dang it. That'll make it into a 9. Although, no, the amount of tags applied is good, right? Because that's just, straight damage reduction.
Or no, or whatever it's called.
Face the Danger.
Face the Danger. That's what it's called.
Just take the status, but with one less tier.
Okay. You're going to take 2 damage. You're a little wounded from all the stuff that's going to be going on, but you're still doing all right.
Cool.
As a bullet grazes your arm.
I would say we probably want the raid to happen now.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking, too.
So as a shot rings out, you hear the guards start to open the door, but then you hear gunfire from outside, and the door cracked a little bit, but you see them run down to see what's happening.
Did you want my role for doing Rosebush?
Yes, please, sorry.
Okay, I was going to do the tags Rosebush and Distraction, and
Yes.
that gets me to a 7. I don't know if that would affect Tanner's numbers.
So I'll have you change the game, so that gives you juice. So with that juice, you can create a tag of, so if you want to give Tanner the +1, like a shield, you could like make a shield tag or something. You can burn a power or story tag, or Tanner could.
Let's make a story tag of barrier for anybody who's going to the machine.
Oh, yeah, that's good. It's kind of like permanently there. Yeah.
So that'll give you a +1 until they take care of that.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So you're still at a 9 then, Tanner, right?
Yeah.
Sorry,
I added one assuming. Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
For
misinterpreted
people
what was
reaching.
happening, so I apologize, Mandy. I was not trying to cut you off.
No, that's okay.
All
I
right.
understand.
We are in combat. Tanner, you grab the machine. Make me a...
Can I just try to do the thing that I'm trying to do with it?
You make it take the risk. So, tell me what you're trying to do with it.
What I want to do is use my hypnotizing ability and command everyone to surrender. Specifically, everyone who works for the Muellers to surrender.
All right, make me a flat roll.
Can I add 1 to it for my ability that is that? Like my hypnotizing ability?
Basically, it's a hard machine to use, so instead of applying 15 negatives, I was just saying it's going to be flat either,
Okay, that's fine. That's a 5!
Oh no.
All right, so you grab onto this machine and you feel a burning sensation in your hands, and it feels like it's like burning into your soul as you grip the handles on this machine, trying to make it work and force it to your will. You hold on for as long as you can, and before it flings you back with an electric spark, and your tag of hypnotizing eyes is burnt out.
Okay.
So you can't use that until you have a rest to recuperate that.
Okay. Well, that's my turn.
All right, who's next? Also, you guys are welcome to try to use the machine as well if you guys wanted to do something yourselves.
Well, knowing my luck,
Hey, I mean, it's got to swing the other way eventually, right?
gambler's fallacy and all that.
And Seamus becomes a god among men. It's one of those machines, high risk, high reward.
Was my is what I did that count in this round, or
No, you
was
can
that
go
like
again.
a
We're
okay.
starting when Tanner grabbed the machine, so everyone can do stuff.
Okay, just wanted to make sure before
There are 2 Mueller brothers. They
make a
are
decision.
looking angry.
I'm gonna throw my shield at him
All right.
using ethereal shield and shield throw.
Which one are you throwing at? Frederick is the one who takes away powers. Joseph is the one who grants powers.
Probably Frederick. I think he's the.
Okay.
Even though you said he's less powerful, his power is the scarier one.
All right. Roll that 4 for me. The faces Video's making are not looking good.
There's no way I can get another +1 from anything, is there?
Probably not for attacking.
It's a 6.
Seamus. All right.
Do I have to go get other dice again? Twice in as many sessions?
Okay. Make me a face the danger roll
Oh, gosh.
as you
Okay.
avoid their incoming attack.
Yeah, I guess danger sense and predict foe's move. Stuff I
All right.
normally use. 6. What the frick?
Cool. This is bad. So
I will be right back. These dice.
Throw them in the
dice.
fire.
At this point, I think Vinny needs to get his dice exercise.
Yeah, right? He needs, blessed dice.
Get sage and I don't know if that's the right thing, but
some holy water. I'm excited for Malcolm to die in Outlaws Wanted. That'll be a thing that happens.
My dice have betrayed me.
All right, so as you chuck your shield, you see Frederick. Notice right before you see him drop his gun, and he catches your shield, and then it just disintegrates as you feel the tag burned out of you.
Oh, great.
Even though we have the coins?
I failed twice in a row, Caitlin.
Yeah.
It's also touch. The coins do not protect against him touching you.
Oh, that's right.
Had
No.
Vinny not failed to face the danger, he would not have lost the tag.
Okay.
So does that burn... Yeah, I guess it burns the shield, but that also effectively burns the throw, because I can't throw a shield I don't have.
Is it shield throw?
I have ethereal shield and shield throw.
You'll lose shield throw. I'm not
Okay.
burning. I'm not effectively burning both of them. I'm only burning one of them. So
Okay.
you can still make an ethereal shield, but you don't get any. You can still throw it too, but you don't get any bonuses for throwing it.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Unless you have an idea of what to do, Caitlin, I have something that Darling
Go
can
for
do.
it.
Okay. Darling is going to grab the gun out of her thigh strap. And she's going to shoot at the Muellers. I'm going to use the tags, center of attention, because I want them to be looking at me, and not Tanner while he tries to figure out what he wants to do with the machine. I'd also like to use distraction and revenge. But I'm also okay if you want to give me a -1 for my weakness of Schadenfreude.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you the whole kit and caboodle, so +2.
Perfect.
That seems fair.
That's an 8.
All right. So you are hitting with all you got. Would you like to... You get to choose one. You inflict a status already, and then you can hit them good +1. You can impose an extra status on them. You can control collateral damage, hold their attention, or take 1 juice.
I think I'm gonna take their attention.
Okay.
Because that makes the most sense with what I'm trying to do with this.
You do hold their attention. Which one are you shooting at, by the way? Frederick or Joseph?
Which one hurt Tanner?
Frederick.
All right, I'm shooting him. I don't think you can get away with shooting him this time.
All right, so you did 3 tags, so you do 3 damage to him.
3 -1.
No,
So I don't know.
it's how many tags you apply.
Oh,
so you
then
get 3.
Then 3.
Or positive tags. So you applied 3 tags, but you don't get the +3, so.
Yeah.
So you just start, just firing at him. So he ducks behind the desk as you, send bullet after bullet into it and the wall where he was just standing. But you do see him reach out and burn down not burn down. I mean burn as in, the tag burn. He burns your shield, your barrier down, and you feel that start to crumble.
Rude.
So that he can get a better shot at you.
Okay, I didn't lose that tag.
No, you didn't lose the tag, but no one's getting the +1 from your barrier. So instead of him shooting back, he decided to take the time to get rid of something that was protecting you guys.
Okay, that's fine.
Faye.
I'm going to pull a gun out and fire at him as well. Can I use shape-shifting because Lucia is good at, this is something she does. It's like a skill she has. Muscle memory.
You don't have the muscle memory of Lucia, though. You have the muscle memory of Faye.
But I have Lucia's muscles.
But you don't have her memory.
Yes.
And you don't literally have her muscles either. You've made fake illusion muscles.
Well, why are you trying to still be Lucia? In the jig up now? I mean, not jig up, but
I mean, as soon as he shoots at him, it is.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a reason to take the time to drop it, I guess. I don't know.
It's the element
I also
of
don't want to
surprise.
touch him. When I've shapeshifted into people with, combat utility before, they've been melee people. And I don't want to run up and make contact with him while I'm using magic. So I feel like range is the way to go here.
The other thing you can do is you can try to change the game to give other people juice and stuff. So if you don't want to just shoot at them, you can use your powers to try to change stuff. You can also take the risk and try to amp yourself up with the machine. Or you can try to break the machine. That is also an option.
That's true, yeah. Okay, I'll fire at the machine.
Cool. Make me a roll.
I don't really have any tags for that.
Okay.
Is that okay?
You tell me.
That's bad. That's a 5.
You wildly miss. As the other Mueller brother, where Joseph lays into you.
Which one is he does?
He's the one who amps up power, but he's shooting you. He just he has a Chicago typewriter and hits you for a lot of damage.
Okay.
You are looking rough, Faye.
Can she not face the danger on that?
I guess you could face the danger as you're getting blindsided. You're at a -1 since you're turned your back to him.
Yeah. 7. Or no, 6.
Well, did you apply any tags? like shift limbs out of harm's
Oh,
way.
okay.
and blah,
Sorry.
blah.
I didn't know if I could do that. Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. I shapeshift lives at hard.
You take
That's a 7.
sizable amount of damage,
It's
but
a 7.
a little bit less.
Okay. How much is a sizable but a little bit less amount of
It's
damage?
3 instead of 4.
Oh, ouch.
I mean, she failed and he laid into her. All right. Anybody's go. You can do whatever you want.
Tanner's gonna, like, kind of duck behind the machine and just shout to everyone, "Guys, don't touch the machine, it's just a taser!" And then he hucks his bone axe at one of the Muellers, whichever one has the Chicago typewriter, as you put it.
The best.
So I have to
name for a
roll
Tommy
dice
gun.
for that.
The Naptown typewriter.
Yeah. So
Joseph
yeah,
is
then
the
that'll be Marksman and Axe of the Berserker.
Cool.
Yeah, 10.
All right.
So I get to do 2 things, right?
Right. So you can avoid being hit altogether, which is secure cover. You can get them good, which is add 1 damage. You can control collateral, hold their attention, or gain the upper hand.
Okay, I'll let you decide which way you want to read this. I want to be crouching behind their machine, as in using their machine as cover, so shooting at me is necessarily kind of damaging the machine. So you can either have that be, I'm undercover with their machine, that's like gaining the upper hand, or that can be like, securing a superior position. But then the other thing I want to do is do double damage, obviously.
Okay.
Well, I guess add a tier, so that'd be 3 damage coming at them.
Okay, I will say you have the upper hand and can take juice, so that way if you want to do something else...
Yeah, that's fine.
That gives you more options, and like it allows you to do what you want with the story beat, instead of just being like, they don't attack you back. And I will give you, for this one round, you get a +1 on your Face the Danger roll then. So face the danger as Joseph shoots back at you.
Okay. That is a 10.
All right, so you duck behind the machine, and it's not going to damage it specifically this round, but you do not take any damage.
Gotcha.
Does that seem fair?
Yes.
Okay. Who's next?
I'll fire at the machine again.
All right. Roll them dice.
As you shoot at it, Tanner goes, "Faye! No! Faye! I'm using it as cover! I'm using it as cover, Faye!" It doesn't work, it's just a taser. We don't even have to worry about it.
That's a 3.
Cool.
I'm rolling like Seamus.
It's contagious.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You were like unloading your gun into it, and then you keep pulling the trigger, and it starts clicking, and you're like, "Oh wait, this is a purse gun. It has 6 shots."
Right.
As your gun is empty, clicking.
Yeah.
As you're pointing at it. Make a face the danger roll.
Okay. Against Joseph again?
No, you're doing it against Frederick this time.
Okay. I'm gonna do shapeshift limbs and arms way. Do I have any minuses on that?
No.
Okay. That's an 8.
Cool. He makes his way to the machine and is touching the machine.
Oh no!
Good thing he didn't get to activate it this turn, though, right?
Good thing.
All right. Darling or Seamus, who's next?
Okay. Darling is going to use Rosebush again to restrict. I can't remember which one went to the machine. Frederick? Yeah. So she's gonna cast it so that it comes up and wraps around him to stop him from touching it.
Okay, make me a go toe-to-toe.
Okay. And I'm gonna use Rosebush, obviously.
Wait, what?
And then, I know. And then I'm gonna use Distraction because I want this to piss him off so that he doesn't continue doing what he's doing. Okay.
I will allow both of those.
That's a 14.
Dang, Darling's the MVP of this fight, for
I
sure.
rolled 2 6s.
So, having a moment of brilliance, you look at the wall and have vines of the rose bush spring out of that, and they wrap around his limbs, piercing them, and then yank him back away from the machine, pinning him to the wall. Also, as your secondary thing, so you achieve your goal. Would you like to give them, or I'm going to say your secondary thing is you give them a status of restrained. So they will have to take care of that before they can move.
Perfect.
But as he's being pulled back, he does take a shot at you, so make me a face the danger.
Okay. I don't think I have anything really that can do... No. Alright, this is going straight. Ugh. Nope, that's a 3.
Alright, he does hit you in the leg with a bullet. It hurts. You take 3 damage.
Yee!
Splurt, splurt. Goes Darling's leg.
Gross.
Seamus.
Question. Does Seamus have a gun?
I would say yes. He has a gun, he just does not have his grandpappy's.
His gun. Yeah. So he's going to take some shots at... Remind me which one is which again? I need to write this down.
Frederick can take away powers and is tied to the wall. Joseph can give powers and is shooting at you with a Tommy gun.
Okay. I'm writing it in a notepad so I can remember that and not have to keep asking. He is going to take some shots at... might as well hit him while he's down. He's going to shoot at Frederick, who's pinned to the wall.
Alright, you'll get a +2 from Darling restraining him if you want to use it. The first one's free. After that, it takes juice to use it.
Yeah, why not? I'm trying to think. I have a tag that I've barely used, and I might be able to use it now, finally. I have the tag firearm modification.
All right.
It was part of my military training thing where it's like I could kind of change up our guns to make them hit harder or something. But it's never really come in. It just never really came up.
Now's the time, man.
Right. Now that I'm running dangerously low on tags, I might as well start using them all.
Hey, you could try to amp yourself up. I didn't say you couldn't amp up a burnt tag. I kind of implied that.
Oh, you mean I could use the machine to get...
I mean, you could try. You could see what it does.
That's true.
No one's tried to overcharge themselves, so...
I think I'll do this for now. So what I kind of want to do is I want to modify my gun so it fires faster. I can basically hammer fire a lot easier. Just I can get more shots out in a shorter amount of time.
Okay. So you fan the hammer.
Cool. That means I can actually apply a tag to this.
And then you have the +2 from Darling, so +3. Hit him good.
Come on. That's better. That is an 11.
Yay! Seamus did something.
I can roll double-digit numbers.
All right. Would you like to secure cover, gain +1, control collateral damage, hold their attention, or gain the upper hand?
I think I just want to get him good.
And then you get a second one because you rolled an 11.
Oh, there's one that I can reduce the damage to me, right?
No, that's securing cover, and that means you don't have to roll for face the danger.
Okay, yeah, let's do that one.
So you quickly fire off a half dozen shots as you roll behind the Mueller's desk as you hear bullets hit the hard wood and see splinters flying around you.
Sweet.
We are back to the top. Frederick is not looking super great. Joseph is doing fine-ish. Joseph is doing no worse than you guys, but let's be honest, that's not really good at this point either. The machine is looking completely fine.
Okay, so Zach, I'm gonna ask you this, and you can say no. I have this Mobile Slayers kit, which my idea was kind of like in the Mummy, that car when you open up the trunk, and then there's a thing that you open down, and there's all the guns and stuff in there. I know you said we had to declare anything we wanted, but would it have been at least somewhat reasonable for Tanner to have a gun on him?
Yes, you guys all have a gun.
Okay, Tanner slides his gun over to Faye. You have to carry extra ammo, Faye. It's not just the one. You gotta carry a bunch. And he slides a gun over.
I'm okay with you guys having multiple guns on you. It was a narrative thing where Faye ran out of ammo.
Oh, I mean, I'm fine with not being able to use my own gun. So.
Right.
Do I need to roll for that?
No.
Cool.
That is what we'll call a free action.
Tanner's gonna axe the one that's roped to a wall.
Cool.
Now, do I get any bonus from him being roped to a wall?
If you use your juice. Seamus used the way the rules work is when a tag is created, you get one free use, and Seamus used that free use.
Okay, then I'll use my juice on that. Yeah. So
okay, so you get a +2 from
3.
that, and then your bone axe, and then marksman. So you get a +4.
Oh, okay. So that's an 8 + 4 is 12. That is all going into damage.
All right. So
does he decapitate him?
So you sprout your bone axe from your arm. You break it off in a swift motion and just huck this with all your strength as it sails end over end and hunks him right into the chest. A deep wound as you see blood burble up from his mouth as he limply dies.
Oh my god.
Tanner pokes his head out from around the machine and goes, "Want to surrender? Totally still a viable option. You can totally surrender. I mean, look at that guy. He's dead. That could be you in the next, minute."
So you see him let out a primal scream and just spray bullets at you. But I'm assuming your secondary thing is taking cover. So.
No, I can only amp up once. Okay, then
you can only up damage once, but that was enough to kill him. So.
Yeah, then I'm just still hiding.
Alright, the rest of you have a -1 on your attacks. Or everyone has -1 now, because, it is just, spraying, raining bullets, you know. You know the thing where it's oh, wait for the pause. There is no pause.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shoot at him.
Okay.
No one else is gonna go.
Well, I already went. I don't think I can axe him again.
That is a 8.
What tags do you just have the one tag?
Just firearm modification, just the one tag.
All right.
And then the -1.
So you, with your... I'm going to say you also have military tactics to do an extra damage.
Oh, okay.
That seems applicable with stuff. So you'll be at a 9, but it doesn't change your roll, but it gives you extra damage. So with your training, you kind of it feels like there's no break, but you kind of he's spraying the entire room and he can't focus on every target at once. So you kind of find his rhythm of how he's spraying bullets and pop up right at the right second and glance him with a blow that slows him down a little bit. Make a face the danger to get back into cover in time.
Okay. I'm going to use Danger Sense, I think.
All right.
Is the best one.
You have your speed one too, don't you?
Doesn't matter. That's a 12.
All right.
Hey.
Seamus quickly ducks back under the table as the bullets start coming back his way.
So I'd say Faye is kind of crouching behind a desk, but she's got Tanner's gun. And as the bullets are firing towards the most likely spot that she would peek around the corner and fire at him, she's going to use her shapeshift limbs out of harm's way to pretty instantaneously end up on the other corner so that she's unexpectedly firing from a spot that he's not expecting.
Okay.
That is a 9.
So as you quickly do this shape-shifting your limbs to different spots, you do this cool, your gun's up high and then you drop it and catch it down low.
I like it.
As you, peek around the corner and shoot multiple shots into the man. I'm assuming are you getting him good? Are you staying in cover? Are you getting juice?
If I generate juice, what?
You can use juice to, burn tags for an automatic 10. You can...
Would that just be for me or for the group?
You can put it in the pool for the group.
Okay, I'll put a juice in the pool for the group.
Alrighty. Make a face the danger roll as you're doing your best to dodge out of this.
That is, that's a failure. That's a 2.
Oh, Faye.
Wow.
Faye going into this battle hurt me plenty. Faye, you are very hurt as a gun is shot out of your hand.
Okay.
And you are bleeding a large amount on the floor of this office. Darling.
All right. Darling's really feeling that Schadenfreude weakness of hers, so she's gonna whip around and try to rosebush him to the wall.
All right.
I'm gonna go with revenge and rosebush, and then I'll lean into that Schadenfreude again just because it's really fun. Nope, that's a 5.
All right. So as you as you try to do the same thing, you're like, oh, this is great. I can do this again. You see him step out of the way as the rosebush shoots across the room and just grabs nothing. But he does have cover now as he shoots at you.
Boo.
Make me face the danger.
11.
All right, you are able to dodge out of the way easily enough. So, all right, you guys are at the top of the round. Anyone can go. Faye is looking very bad. He is looking also bad, but not as bad as Faye. The rest of you are pretty fine.
Like, there's the part of me that feels like I want to be like a medic.
Seamus just kind of pipes up in the middle of battle. Wait, why didn't we bring you into this? Where's he?
Tanner shouts from behind cover rapidly sprouting another bone axe. Yeah, I mean, he would have made a great shield.
Faye shapeshifts a hand to slap Tanner.
Faye drags her bleeding carcass across the floor to go slap, 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 slap.
Oh my god, Tanner, you can't just say someone would make a good shield.
What? We talked about it before, though. We talked about bringing him for that.
You don't have to say it out loud.
Tanner pops his head up real quick and hucks another axe.
All right, throw that axe, buddy. Oh.
Am I adding anything for, it doesn't matter. I got a 10, and I'm doing extra damage.
All right, you do only get to pick one because he has a cover with Darlings.
Oh.
Yeah, so you're at a -2 from him, so what are you adding on your shots?
Okay, so then it's just one. So then I'm going to just do extra damage, and then I'll face the danger.
Okay, yep, so you hug a bone axe, and it sinks in pretty
Can he use
deep.
the juice, the team juice? How would
He
that work?
could do the team juice. You could also use the team juice to destroy one of his advantages.
Oh, yeah, I'll destroy that advantage of cover, too, sure. So
Okay.
the axe cuts through the vines and then sinks into him.
Okay. Make a face of the danger. Or wait, no, you got the cover. Never mind. Got it. Following this, we're good.
I don't have cover. Oh.
Yeah, because using the juice, Caitlin has juice that you're using. You're spending Caitlin's turn.
Got it. I'm good.
Yep.
Got it.
So
Yep.
your vines cut through, cut through the vines and hit into him where he thought he was safe. He is looking extremely rough.
Tanner pops his head out again. Still saying, surrender and, you can surrender.
You killed my brother.
Yeah, but you basically are redundant, so, apparently you got a lot of years left to live, and you could do that maybe as I don't know. Yeah, probably not. Tanner just pops his head back around cover.
Seamus.
Yeah, just gonna keep shooting. Do I just want to keep shooting at him? Probably.
All right, go for it.
I'm trying to think. It seems boring just to do the same move over and over again, but it's the best thing to do, I think. I don't think that's it, because there's minuses, right?
There's a -1.
Yep, then it's a 6.
Oh no. So you fire wildly at him, but miss. Make a face of danger as he shoots back.
Okay. No, that's not promising. It might be alright. Is there minuses to this as well?
No.
Okay. Then that is 9.
Alright, you take some damage. You're looking a little rough as some bullets graze you, but nothing too terrible yet. Faye or Darling?
Maybe it is good that Ewan's not here, because we're going to need a doctor after
Right,
this.
yeah. I have something. So I'm going to use my whisper in your ear card so as not to further expose myself by firing around cover. So I'm going to make people focus on each other, not me, and make people turn on each other to try to pull in guards fighting in the hall to either fire on Joseph or run into the room and somehow distract.
Alright, make me a roll.
But I want them interfering with him. That's what I'm trying to do. That is an 8. So I guess an ideal situation would be they do damage to him and distract him. In this
I don't think
case,
they're going to do that. But
can they just distract him then? So he's taking a -1 to trying to hit us?
Yeah. So what happens is you pull some people in from the hall and you, in a last desperate hope, because you are very hurt and do not want to take damage, and you just put out like a whisper in your, like a scream into an ear, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So you have someone just like stumbling in, like holding their head, which provides a distraction.
Okay.
But like they're not doing anything else. Like
Sure,
they're not a threat to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
They're just distracting.
Yeah.
It's like a drunk fell into the room.
Yeah.
And then fell onto the floor.
Okay. So that will provide a tag against him.
Yes. So you, with first one, can get a +1.
Okay.
To take it. So it's not first. Darling doesn't have to take it.
Mm-hmm.
It's whenever you guys want to activate it. Darling.
Wait, so what just happened with this guy? I don't understand. He's just fallen on the
I reached out with my mind and my magical powers to pull in a distraction from the hallway, like one of the guards that was fighting our people.
And is he just like standing there looking confused?
He's like holding his head like his head is like he has a sudden migraine or something.
Okay, great. I'm going to grab his shoulder and do control the will of others and dominatrix and tell him to shoot at Joseph.
All right. You got a -1 because there's still a lot of fire coming down. So you'll have a total of +1.
Okay, so that still gets me to a 10.
All right.
Woo.
I'm assuming you're getting them good.
Yeah.
And just to make things faster, I'll say you secure cover. As you...
Yeah, I'm behind him.
As
meat
this
shield.
guy rains down fiery justice upon the remaining Mueller brother as he dies. That feel pretty good for everyone?
We did it!
Did that feel like a good final fight?
Yeah.
Seamus did stuff! Yay!
Seamus accomplished anything.
I was really hoping you were going to get the last hit, Seamus. And then you rolled a 4.
Sorry.
That's fine.
As Joseph Mueller falls to the floor, you guys have won the day. What are you doing? There's a big machine in this room that can do a lot of damage. What are you about?
How bad off is Faye realistically?
She's pretty hurt.
Faye, can you shapeshift your wounds closed?
I can sure try. Can't imagine I'll make them.
You want to touch the big scary machine and try?
Sure. Why not? I touch the big scary machine, so I'll use shapeshift and won't take no for an answer.
I was about to suggest that. And men of power.
You can have a +1.
Okay. That's 12.
Yay!
I don't die.
So,
Hey, Faye, did you know this whole time you could be shapeshifting your wounds closed?
So as you try to shapeshift your wounds closed before you touch this machine, it's not something you can really do,
Right, yeah.
It is leagues beyond the control you have. You do like a more macro scale where stitching wounds back together is a much more micro scale
It's
kind of thing.
Yeah, on the cellular level.
You touch this machine and it is like a sun is burning inside of you as you feel every cell in your body and you feel control over it in a way that you have never felt before, where you feel like you could change parts of you to be completely different. You could change yourself to have an eel arm if you wanted. Check out our Christmas special.
Cody doesn't react to that.
Undertown.
I got it.
No, but you have the control right now to shift yourself in any way in a very microscopic level and are very easily able to not only shift your wounds closed, but completely heal yourself. And you feel better than you have in a very long time.
In a while.
But you do feel that this is not a permanent improvement, and you do feel the power will fade. Not shortly, but you're not going to have it for like a week, it's...
Yeah.
You have it for you have it until you go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Is kind of what you feel.
Okay.
Dang, that machine seems too powerful to be kept in one piece.
But it feels fantastic.
So, well, okay, now this machine's kind of I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, there's a lot of other area of effect things that could be pretty bad. Like mine could be pretty bad, because I can hypnotize people.
Yes, I imagine that would lead to a whole sequel series of shenanigans.
Are you saying that I become the villain?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past
That
you.
would be pretty cool, though.
I do have a thought, though, and, I just want to float this with the group, because, it might the answer might be no. I don't think we've killed everyone that works for the Muellers, right? And there's going to be a pretty big power vacuum here. And the only people that know about it are either dead or work for us, right?
That
Well,
know about which?
The police.
That know that we just attacked here, right? The only people that know are either dead or working for us.
Well, I'm sure the police will probably put it together when I didn't say it in so many words, but I'm sure Day will piece it together. And Day is eventually going to come here and see that this place has been trashed.
Right, and see that one of the Mueller brothers died and that the other one is alive. He looks significantly at Faye.
What's your plan with that?
Oh, well, Faye could run the underworld of the city for, like, ever as the remaining Mueller brother. Or not. It was a thought. Oh,
Yeah,
we did just do murders, though.
I'm not fond of living a double life as a Mueller brother.
Only occasionally, Only, once a week, social events, Doesn't matter. No, but we did just do a bunch of murders, though.
All right, I think I'm going to destroy this thing now.
Oh, yeah, that, sure.
Okay, you guys have time now. You don't need to, you have time where you can, break this.
Mm-hmm.
You're not in a fight trying to break it and rolling fours. So...
Yeah, you can disassemble.
I guess
disconnect.
before he completely breaks it, is there any way he can restore a completely burned theme?
If you want to try to roll for that, you
I
can.
mean, give it a shot, man.
That's a roll, but there are consequences when you roll that 4. I'm just saying.
He's gonna take his inert dog tags in his hand and grab this machine before he breaks it, and try to see if he can will the power back into it.
Do it.
I don't think I have anything to add to this, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Come on. 7!
Yay!
All right. As you what tags do you have on your dog tags? What I can pull my...
See the unseen, knowledge of the past, indestructible, and rift radar.
All right. So as you touch this machine, you feel power coursing through you. And in a similar fashion to what both Faye and Tanner felt of burning, you feel this intense power inside of you as your eyes glow and you look out and you see not so much the real world anymore, but the possibilities of how the past has woven together to create this moment where you are at. And you can see it stretching infinitely beyond you and infinitely in front of you. And right as you're about to look closer at it, you just feel the power just puff out of you as your tags are restored to a normal level.
Well, that seemed to have restored my tags, which I thought were gone forever.
Well, that's fantastic too.
Alright, I'll break it now.
Well, is there anyone that we know that's been depowered that might want their powers back?
No, they didn't really get around to it yet. They were doing a large-scale kind of thing.
Gotcha. Never mind. Yeah, break it.
I'm gonna wreck it!
Alright, yeah, so and if no one else is touching the machine, or you're not letting anyone else touch the machine, you break it up. There's a couple artifacts in it. You're able to squirrel those away.
Are any of them the ones Ewan's looking for? Or the one Ewan is looking for?
Nope, neither are the Holy Grail.
Is it literally the Holy Grail he's looking for?
Yeah, he's a Rift of Lancelot.
Oh, okay. I don't think I remembered that.
I don't know if it was ever explicit. But...
Well, we really should have brought Ewan with us. This is his whole reason for life we just did for him.
You didn't find what he was looking for, I said.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you did. Sorry,
No, it is not what he was looking for.
Oh, okay.
His stuff was always meant to be open-ended. It's just he is constantly searching for the Grail.
Gotcha.
As Lancelot did in the stories. Or maybe I had him as Galahad. It might have been Galahad. I think it was Galahad, actually. Anyway, it was a Knight of the Round Table. It doesn't really matter.
I don't think it can be Galahad, because wasn't Galahad chased?
It doesn't have to follow everything. Well, and the dichotomy was Caitlin is Morgan Le Fay, who is a bad person doing good things. And Ewan had a rift of someone who was very virtuous and good. And he was doing bad things, was what I was playing with them. But that is for our follow-up podcast. Any questions you have for me? So you guys are able to clean up there was some damage to the people of the Order and your crew, but they were able to incapacitate or subdue otherwise all of the Mueller's gang, and you guys have won the day as you guys steal some documents to help you reestablish the Tree Gang and head off your separate ways.
We have solved your Mueller Brothers puzzle!
Alright, so a few days have passed since you guys took down the Muellers. And we see... Oh man, I just drew a blank on your names. Darling and Tanner back at the titular tree of the Tree Gang, meeting with his gang and what remains of the Order.
I think it's mostly Sylvia.
Yeah, Sylvia. I think the other people are, like, around, but you're mainly talking to Bill and Sylvia, who are kind of like... Sylvia's kind of like the de facto leader of the Order currently.
Yeah.
Right.
And Bill's kind of your second in command.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to think that possibly we need to think of something more altruistic than bootlegging as like a career.
I'll follow you wherever as long as you're paying me, boss. He's flipping the coin that you gave him as, like, a bonus.
Paying might be a challenge, but...
Well, now, hang on. I don't think we need to completely drop the bootlegging altogether right away. I mean, okay, if we want to make that like a long-term goal here, then fine. But right now, that's how we're paying everyone.
Well, that is a fair point. I guess we can continue doing that for a time.
Really, I think at this point, you know, we can, like I said, we can kind of make that a down the road, we want to move away from that. But I think the bigger thing right now is we've got our gang and Sylvia, we've got the rest of the Order with you. And how do we want to kind of reconcile having both of these groups here in Naptown together?
Well, I don't really want to be in charge of anything. Well, not anything. But I don't really want to be the leader like Idris was. That's not really my jam. I don't really want to be running an organization, so...
Well, that's fine. I mean, if I'm being honest, the reason we left the Order, I think, was because the Order kind of needed a breath of fresh air, maybe a new direction.
I see exactly where you're going. New direction. Lennox Willis. Glad we're on the same page.
Oh, no. No, not him at all. Ever.
She like grins at you like...
No, I mean, we could, I don't know, have elections at some point, but I think more importantly, I think we need a different kind of charter than just stopping rifts that are getting maybe a little bit too aggressive, and maybe be a little bit more proactive about helping rifts figure out what they're supposed to do.
That doesn't seem like a bad idea. This whole Mueller situation seemed to boil over because those in charge were just trying to keep the status quo.
Well, and keep things quiet, which I kind of rather like the idea of maybe Naptown becoming a little bit more chaotic, you know? So what if our rift population doubles because we're the people offering help to rifts, and occasionally there's dragon attacks, you know? I think that's what we're gonna have to live with.
Well,
but it's better than the Muellers just rolling in and trying to conquer the city in the shadows.
Well, and it's not like normal people would notice if there's a dragon attack. It's, you know, that's covered by whatever the magic is.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I just think we need to... I mean, maybe we could start doing protection as well?
Protecting rifts, great plan.
Like, not... Law enforcement's too big of a word, but like dragon stoppers, dragon slayers? I don't know what you want to call this, but just... If we patrol the city to stop, like, dragons from attacking too, like, while we're doing... You know, if we're making some of the problem, it seems only right that we clean up some of the problem.
Certainly, but I think I agree, but here's my counteroffer. It's not that we need to slay the dragons, we need to train the dragon slayers. I'm pretty confident in my abilities, is what I'm saying. I kind of get what my mythos wants me to be, but I think a lot of other people, like Lennox Willis for a while, were struggling to find their footing, and the Order didn't always offer them a good on-ramp to being a well-adjusted rift. So if dragons show up, we just gotta find the rift whose thing it is to slay dragons. Let them do it.
And ideally, we'll be proactive enough to stop the dragon in the first place.
No, I think I disagree. I think the dragon needs to be there because other people need,
I'm saying if we're proactive enough to figure out where it's coming from, so that, like, I don't know, I just the idea of being on top of it instead of letting people take advantage of it.
Well,
That's what I'm going for.
Yeah, and I mean, actively stopping Mueller's from happening again. For sure. That's also a part of this. And then, just funded generally by underworld crime. That's not that bad. We can all agree it isn't that bad.
Just to start out with.
I mean, I think there's a lot of jobs that Rifts could do. If we're making this operation as big as you think you want it to be, there's going to be a lot of Rifts in the city that are going to need help from Rifts.
We could have dues. Yeah.
Yeah, there's ways we can make this profitable. Or not profitable, but sustainable.
Isn't your ability literally to spray alcohol out of your fingers, though?
That sounds disgusting, the way you put it, but a little bit.
That's why she was, like, the bartender.
No, I know. I'm just saying from, like, a profitability standpoint in terms of having rifts that can turn a profit.
I think Sylvia was right in saying not profitable, but sustainable.
I understand what you mean.
Hashtag socialism is the best.
Also, oops, we estranged the police, so now legal means are a little bit more difficult.
I mean, I don't know about you, Sylvia, but it sounds to me like Tanner kind of has an idea of what he wants to do with whatever this new order is. Tanner, do you want to just kind of run with that, and we'll handle the bootlegging until we kind of get this on its feet?
Yeah, absolutely, and I have your first customer, the newly rebuilt, I want to think of a new name for it, Grove, that has a less possibly mistakable first name. And I'm drawing a blank.
Just the Grove.
You know what? It's just the Mythic Grove. Is it Mystic? Oh gosh, dang it. I actually don't know it. Mythic Grove.
It's the Grove.
Just the Grove.
It's the Grove now.
Yeah, you know what? That's exactly what it is. He just scrapes the M word off the top of it. It's the Grove now. We can never get the name straight.
Bill walks up. That's not what we called it anyway. Only idiots called it whatever it was before.
Anyways, I think we have some, home repairs to do on it. Get it all cleaned up. Maybe, have some classes, some seminars going on, like a weekly meeting of, so I'm a rift and I don't know what it means that I'm getting haunted by weird dreams of old bearded men and also have been haunted by a small child. That's the first seminar.
It's a very long title.
It's very specific, seminar. But I'm sure there's at least one other of me in the world.
So we cut to like a week later. You see a blue man with nebulous skin giving a presentation. So you've been slugged.
Or like support groups, that kind of stuff.
I am fine with whatever you guys want to do. I hope to eventually come back and be what I was before, which is kind of like in charge of home base. But I don't mind helping run the bootlegging for a bit.
Well, I'm going to have a bar that you could certainly work behind, if you really want to.
That is what I said, yes.
How do you feel about doing repairs to buildings?
I think that's kind of where we got to get started first, is actually have the bar.
Have you built tables before?
All right. As this is going on, your crews begin to assemble and start fixing up the Mythic Grove and start working on...
No. They fix up the grove.
They fix up the tree yard. And with that, and start getting your bootlegging operation functional again. Getting supplier, or not, we don't necessarily need a supplier anymore since you have Sylvia, but, getting people to supply to, buyers, all that.
I think we would just start slowly taking all of the, warehouses that the Muellers had. Those are ours now.
Yeah, no, definitely. But you guys start rebuilding that in the coming months and weeks and months. While work is going on downtown Naptown, we go over to Faye, who is finally going home after avoiding her job and work and everything for 2 or 3 days.
So Faye is finally able to go home to her apartment and slowly trudges up the stairs and opens the door.
So you are greeted by a small child. Hello!
Runa!
Where have you been? I've been looking everywhere for you, and by everywhere, I just mainly mean your home and your office.
Well, those are the places that I haven't been. You're right. It's a long story, and I could really use a rest, but I'm happy to see you, and happy to see that you're all right, especially after the Grove was raided.
The what?
You're okay?
The what was raided, Kaelin? The what? It's not the Grove yet.
The Grove.
I too would kind of like an explanation of where you've been, Faye. And you see Ewan leaning against a table.
Oh, it's so good to see you. And she comes over and kisses him.
He kisses her back. I would also like an explanation about the small child that has been asking for you and now has been following me around saying she's going to be my conscience from now on.
Oh, this is...
Yeah, he seemed like he needed help, and I'm good at helping. Look at Tanner. He only does somewhat questionable things now instead of mostly questionable things.
I guess I didn't realize... Yeah, I guess they haven't met before. Runa, this is my boyfriend Ewan. Ewan, this is Runa.
Oh, we've met. We spent the past 48 hours together.
Oh, well, wonderful. I'm sure I'll hear all about that.
He gives you a very stern look.
It's been a long few days, but the Muellers are done. They're dead, and the
Out
city.
Of this world?
The city's no longer under their thumb, and I think that's something to be excited about.
That does sound good. Yes, I am glad. Maybe we can get into less dangerous situations and still Aubrey places. I know what that means. It means steal.
What?
Aubrey is rob, in Pig Latin.
So
she said, I know what
okay.
that means, and then said a synonym, but not the right word.
Sorry.
Oh, nothing.
It's great that was actually a pretty okay joke, but then you had to explain it, which made it even better.
I thought he was speaking Spanish, and I was like, Aubrey is open. What are you talking about?
You should have spelled it. That's what you do with toddlers. Although she's not a toddler.
Right.
She's not a toddler, though.
She's not a toddler. She can spell.
She can spell. I thought the joke was good.
It was good. It was good, and I ruined it.
That was a solid joke.
Don't worry, you can fix it in post, and then you can put the explanation after the episode as a bonus treat.
So while that's all good news, I've been thinking a lot about what I've been doing with my life, I guess, and I've decided to quit the law firm. It's not something I can keep doing. I can't live my life halfway caught between two worlds, and I'm walking away. But I'm hoping that we can put some of this aside and find what you've been looking for and get your grail. I know you've been searching for a long time, and I think it's time to find it together.
Faye, I don't know if you put proper thought into this. Do you realize how many phone calls your mother is going to give me?
So many. I'm really sorry, but that's another good reason to get out of town, right?
I mean, it sounds like a good reason to go find it. I'm happy just to be with you, with whatever you decide.
I'm deciding to be with you and to go on this quest.
Can I come too?
Faye looks at Ewan.
He just kind of shrugs, we're not going to just chuck a child out into the street.
Do we have a choice?
It's not reluctant, but it's also kind of a little bit of do we have a choice, he does not look upset about it,
Well, Runa, we're going to need somebody who is very good at searching for something that's hidden really, really well.
Oh, Tanner's really good at that. He can find truths that are hidden. Would you like me to give him a call to come with?
No, I think Tanner's got his hands full, but we need somebody who's really good at searching out something that's been hidden for a long time and is able to get into lots of places that maybe the average person can't get into, and finding something magical. Do you know of anybody who might be able to help?
I think I can do that. But
All
we
right.
have to come up with a really cool name. Like Pony Force 3.
Well, Ewan, to Pony Force 3.
Now he looks chagrined. to Pony Force 3. Alright, flipping over. The next scene is we're going to see what Seamus is doing, but this is a little bit after the other two. It's been probably about a week since you guys took down the Muellers, when Seamus is finally able to find Lucia.
Did she come to me, or do I go find her?
How do you imagine this? Were you trying to find her, or did you want her to come to you?
I was probably trying to look for her.
Okay, you can find her. Like, she comes out of hiding, and then you're able to find her kind of thing.
Okay.
You know, so like she went to ground, and she waited till the dust was cleared, and then came back. You know, you weren't able to find her going to ground. She's good at what she does.
Oh, it's good to see you again.
It's good to see you as well. You made it out alive. I am a little surprised.
Well, I mean, we had an agreement. You're the only one that can kill me.
I suppose that is true. She pulls out a gun. I'm just kidding. Shoots Seamus down in the street.
Plot twist.
What a twist.
Someone walks up. It's Chinatown. It's Naptown. So, what now? I'm unemployed, apparently. Apparently my boyfriend decided to kill my former employers, so...
Yeah, and I kind of made a mess with the police department, so kind of don't have a job there anymore. And I think I'm done with the order. I'm not sure what's going to become of them now. I'm sure they'll do something, but I think it's time for me to kind of get away. I think I'm ready for a break.
That sounds like a good idea.
Now my question to you is, do you want to come with me?
Sure. I hear the West Coast is lovely this time of year. And I'm sure there's other rifts that we can find and help or take advantage of out there.
Yeah, well, I guess we can see what happens when we get there.
All right. How long do Faye and Seamus imagine being gone?
Hang on, what time of year would you have said this all took place?
I think it was like spring. Yeah, it was probably spring, like early summer-ish.
Because I was going to suggest, just a very symbolic New Year's meetup. Like, it's December 31st. So y'all have been gone for months.
Like 6, 7
Yeah,
months.
6 to 8 months.
6 months in an era where texting does not exist.
Yeah.
So, it is 11:30 on New Year's Eve. Darling and Tanner are at the Grove waiting for their friends to show up, who are fashionably late at this point.
Darling is rearranging some of the decorations on like the bar, and just kind of like generally fussing over how things look.
I think Sylvia keeps trying to very like gently nudge you away from her bar, and it keeps like she'll like, oh look, there's something that needs to be straightened over, like the piano looks messed up, and then you fix it and then come right back and start fussing with her bar again, and she's just like
Outside, Tanner is like up on a ladder and is hanging a sign underneath of the like grove, like hanging up a sign that just says home of Rift Oak, spelled OAC.
what you doing?
Oh, is that Runa?
Yes.
Runa, hi, are you haunting me again?
Oh no, I'm haunting Ewan.
You're haunting Ewan?
You see him like there and like give a wave, and up walks Faye as well. Like Faye is also there.
Tanner gets off the ladder and walks up to Runa and goes, please tell me you've been really horrible to him, please. I need to know.
He listens to my suggestions. He's actually a good listener and doesn't just look at horrible pictures of people committing adultery all the time.
I was paid to do that. He's a doctor, alright? Sorry he has a good job. Anyways, what are all of you doing back?
From inside the bar, there's a squeal, and Darling runs outside and, like, slams Faye in a big hug.
Faye gives her a big hug.
Oh my word! How was your trip?
It was a lot, but you can all meet the proud owner of a grail. And she gives a little clap for you.
I feel embarrassed for you.
I know, she's doing it on purpose.
Why are you doing this to me? This is things that I specifically hate people doing to me in real life, and now you're making me roleplay this in my off time as you're the worst spouse.
Wait, Ewan, did you actually find the Holy Grail that you've been looking for this whole time?
Well, yes.
Would you like to give a seminar at our newly instated organization called Rift Oak? The Rift, hang on, I just had it written down here, it's new. The Rift Outreach and Care Program, where we help people find their destiny. It seems like you've been successful in that, and we're trying to help more people be successful in that.
Tanner, you can recruit later. Great to hear that, Ewan. Faye, you have to tell me everything about your trip. Come on, you guys must be freezing. Come in. And she brings at least Faye in. Yeah, shuffles Faye in.
Yeah, we all shuffle in.
Ewan actually starts talking to you about Rift Oak in actual, in a interested way, as you guys all sit there and swap stories for a few minutes before Seamus and presumably Lucia come in.
Darling squeals and runs over and hugs Seamus.
Hey guys, it's been a long time.
Yeah, no kidding. How was where did you guys end up? Somewhere out west?
We ended up in River.
We ended up in a lot of places out west.
Yeah, we kind of didn't really stay in one place for terribly long. We kind of just traveled around a lot.
So was this doing crime or just tourism?
Faye's a lawyer and she knows I don't have to answer that.
I'm not a cop anymore. Far from it. So, I zero judgment. Technically what I do is crime, I think. Faye, am I a criminal? I help Rifts do magic things now. Is that...
Darling pats your arm and kisses your cheek. I'm pretty sure at this point we're mostly out of certain businesses, so just gotta, finish shuffling the rest of that paperwork around.
Have fun with that. I hated that part of that job.
And I'm not with Cameron & Sons, so no prosecution for me there.
What was up with that name, by the way?
Let's not get into it if you
Your
don't
dad
want.
had one son.
You can take it up with him.
I don't think you want me doing that. You know how I take things up with people. It's not healthy.
I think it would be maybe fun to watch, actually, but...
Wait a second, did your dad pluralize the name of his business as Sons after having only one son?
No, it's her grandfather who started it.
Oh, I was gonna say, that's you can tell what he thought he was gonna have, and then what he did have.
Lucia, I will admit I have still been on the fence with you a little bit, but I mean, if you want to go do something to Faye's dad and the whole Cameron & Sons thing, I will gladly join you, because they did not treat her right.
I mean, we could just stick with graffiti, because my go-to's kind of murder. I mean, how many times have I shot at you guys?
We can make up something new.
Are you still murdering people with rift powers? Just curious. Zero judgment.
I don't have to answer that.
Do you want to add that to your seminar list, Tanner?
We have this great program called Rift Oak. It's for Rift Outreach and Care.
Tanner, not tonight. Tanner, not tonight.
But look, we have things about how to use violent powers non-violently.
Okay, we are doing a holiday special where it's like a Rift Oak seminar, aren't we?
I mean, I don't think that's a bad idea.
We all make up new characters, and Cody just speaks as Tanner for 45 minutes as we ask questions about our powers.
Hey, Tanner, I know you're trying to do this whole, protect people while killing. It just doesn't work.
I disagree with that, kind of,
Tanner, I definitely want to do either a seminar or some mentoring of Rifts who are trying to sort out their magic powers.
Okay, no, we are done with Rift Oak talk for tonight.
Can I do it? I want to do it.
Sylvia, can you please get everyone some drinks? Apple juice for the little one, please.
Oh, yeah.
She turns to Lucia. She was talking about you.
Also, wait. Bring over a menu. You have to look at our menu for what food we serve now. A menu is brought.
Chicken wings. Buffalo wings.
It's 100% spaghetti. Lucia, finally, I can make good on the promise years ago.
Tanner.
And we can have spaghetti.
Tanner, I might have bad news for you there. See,
she's allergic to spaghetti.
No, see, we're engaged.
Congrats!
Tanner looks at Seamus, kind of confusedly. Seamus, you know that spaghetti is not a marriage proposal, right?
Well, yeah, but last time you talked about spaghetti, you wanted to take her on a date.
Yeah, well, she was also trying to kill me, so I think we moved on.
I don't know. You never know. I might have a thing for grizzled ex-cops, failed private eyes.
No,
failed bootleggers.
Taken.
That does, like, 90% describe Seamus as well. We were coworkers.
But let's toast to Seamus and Lucia.
To Seamus and Lucia!
And, he toasts as well. And then as, we're all drinking, a surprise that Tanner thought up kind of for Darling comes out, which is a band with a singer that is not Darling comes out and starts playing, and he looks over at Darling and goes, "So normally we can never dance because you're always the one performing, but I got this band to play tonight. They're worse than you, but would you care to dance? Because usually we can't."
I just want to point out this is really poor timing because it is almost midnight and they are just starting. But absolutely, let's go.
I thought it would be nice to dance in the new year.
Let's dance! So, Faye and Ewan stand up and start swaying.
And I'm assuming Lucia and Seamus also hit.
Yeah, Seamus and Lucia will dance as well.
And we end with the four of you dancing in the new year, having completed your quests, taking down the Muellers, and making Naptown a little bit safer for now.
Yay!
That was a good ending.
That was appropriately cute.
Thank you all for listening to Naptown Chronicles. It's been great fun to run a campaign with this group. I had a great time recording this and following the crew's adventures. It is bittersweet to finally end this campaign, but we will be back with a new series after we finish up Outlaws Wanted. The next series that I am running will be called Corsairs of Castile, run in 7th 2nd edition. That will premiere after the next and final arc of Outlaws Wanted. Now, Sleeper, it is time to rest one last time, and remember, it is the gods who envy us.